I'm gonna go to the McDonald's and then you drive and order. I'm about to be in court, so I'm gonna get some.
Good morning. This is call number 2020-08289. In the interest of Jovia Johnson, please all parties raise your right hands to be sworn. Are you driving, ma'am?
Yeah.
Well, you need to pull over somewhere.
Okay. What is this?
All right, are you set?
Yes, sir.
All right, all parties, please raise your right hand. This is call number 2020-08289. In the interest of Jovia Johnson, all parties raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sir?
I do.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Courtney Norton Jackson. I am her mother.
All right, sir.
Javante Johnson, I'm my father.
And for the state?
Marcella Turner.
All right, we've got an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship with an AOP. We're having a hearing. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations, Ms. Turner?
We do.
All right, could you read those into the record, please?
Yes. The parties have agreed to a monthly child support obligation in the amount of $407 and a medical support amount in the amount of $100, both of those to begin on October 1st of 2020.
All right. Is that it?
That's it, Your Honor.
Well, okay. Mother's to be the primary conservator?
Yes, she will be the primary conservator, but the issue regarding whether or not it's joint managing or sole managing is before the court.
All right. So we've got the conservatorship, possession and access. What else?
Retroactive child support and the non-disclosure issue, as well as depending on the conservatorship, the geographical restriction issue as well.
All right, so are you in agreement with the amount of child support and medical support?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, is that your agreement also?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's proceed with the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Jackson. Ms. Jackson, how old is the child before the court today?
1 year old.
And since the baby's birth, who primarily makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
I do.
And who typically takes the child to any doctor's appointment visits or or dental appointment visits?
I do.
And does Mr. Johnson take an active role in helping to make those decisions or no?
No, ma'am.
Has he ever called or inquired about the general welfare of the child?
No, ma'am. Not without me mentioning it first.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer.
No, sir.
What
Okay.
was the answer to that question?
My answer was no, not without me mentioning it first.
Ma'am, are you driving again?
No, sir. I'm in the back seat. I'm a passenger.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. So, has Mr. Johnson ever attempted to help make decisions regarding this child? Like, has he ever asked to be more involved or whatnot?
No, ma'am.
And in the past, have there ever been any incidents between you and Mr. Jackson involving any type of physical violence or verbal abuse or anything of that nature?
Verbal abuse.
And what exactly happened, just to be a little bit more specific?
I mean, there's literally a plethora. I mean, I could just give you a couple of examples. When I was pregnant, it was, oh, I can't wait till you hurry up and have this baby. Put me on child support so I can never speak
Sorry,
to you
hold on just a
again.
minute. Hold on just a minute. I have not, you're breaking up. Start again,
Um,
please.
so as far as verbal and mental abuse, he just uses words that he knows will just break a person down. Like when I was pregnant, it was always, ugh, you disgust me. Hurry up, put me on child support so I can never speak to you again. It was, that baby is my pink slip. I own you. I mean, just recently he told me I better not have any more kids. Like his son is my son. If I want a son, my son, his son is my son. He just likes to be in control.
And so do you have safety concerns with him having your address?
Yes, when I move, after I move from my parents' house, I do. I don't want him to have my address.
So he knows where you live right now?
He does.
And you stated that when you move, are you moving soon?
Within the next 5 to 6 months, it should be. Yes, ma'am.
So has Mr. Johnson ever popped up at your job or your home unannounced?
At my old home, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so just to be clear, you're asking this court to keep your address confidential because of those issues?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how often has Mr. Johnson visited with the child?
She's one. I would give him a good 10 times.
Okay. And has he ever had the child overnight?
He has.
How recent has he visited with the child?
He came to see her. Was that yesterday?
Okay. And did he come to your home or did he meet you somewhere to see the child or what?
To my home.
Do you have concerns with Mr. Johnson having overnight visitation with the child?
I do, because we've had multiple arguments about the fact that when I have allowed him to keep her overnight, he does not stay with her. She's been left with other people, and it's been issues like with her too. He says I'm making stuff up, but that's not the case.
Okay. How do you know that the baby's been left with other people as opposed to Mr. Johnson?
Oh, because I've called him and he's been like in the game room or he's been gone. It's even been times when I went to go pick up my baby. He's not there. I'm getting my baby from another girl.
Okay. So has the child ever been placed in harm's way when he's had the child?
No, I wouldn't say harm's way, but in a sense, like neglect, because you're her father, you're not around. So
Does he interact with the child pretty often on the times that he has seen the baby?
when he's with her, he interacts with her. It's just the type of person he is. He's just not really affectionate. So he don't. I don't know. I can't explain it.
So what type of visitation are you asking this court for?
Visitation. Now I just want supervised visitation. Just now while she's a baby, just because I know like where he lives is unstable. He don't even know if he gonna be there, when he gonna be there. Like just now while she's a baby, I just would like to know where she going, how she. I want to see. I want to know. Now when she old enough to talk for herself, her and her daddy can do as they please as long as my baby is comfortable.
So when you say supervise, are you referring to the modified possession and access schedule, which has a period of time where it is modified? I mean, where it is supervised?
Can I get a
Yes.
McGriddle meal
Okay,
with a round
so
egg?
you're in agreement with a modified possession and access schedule up to the age of
Yes,
3,
ma'am.
Correct.
Orange juice.
but you understand that part of those phases are unsupervised. Is that also correct?
I do understand that, but they're unsupervised for a short amount of time. So that's okay.
Okay. Now, did you and Mr. Johnson ever live together?
We did.
Can I get a
Do you remember what was it after the baby was born or before?
Hold on just a minute, Ms. Turner. Mr. Johnson,
Yes, sir.
is that you speaking in the background?
Oh no, ma'am, that's her. I mean, no, sir, that's her.
Okay, that's not you.
Somebody
All right,
ordering
all
food.
right. Because you're going to have an opportunity to speak, and you need to
Hello?
remain silent until somebody asks you a question. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm not speaking. That's in Courtney
All right.
part.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
All
Okay.
right.
It's not showing up on the thing.
Okay. Miss Jackson,
Yes.
you
Okay,
and
that'll
Mr.
be it.
Johnson lived together after the baby was born?
Not after.
Okay. Has Mr. Johnson provided financial support for the child?
No.
Has he ever provided anything that he might consider support?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And what was that?
Him watching her while I was at work. Um, him paying me money back that he owed me, and I mean,
So just to pause a minute. When you say paying you money back that he owed you, what do you mean?
we got a settlement from a wreck that we had. He ended up getting money from me. He swore up and down he was going to pay it back, and he was going to pay it back in increments. He paid me back $400 of it, and then after that got upset about something, I don't remember, and then was like, you know what, I've done so much stuff for you, I don't need to pay you back. So he never paid me back, but yeah, he did give me $400 for that.
So just to be clear, the $400 was unrelated to the child,
Completely.
and it had everything to do with the wreck that you two were in. Is that correct?
Correct.
So outside of that, though, as far as the child is concerned, he's never provided any financial support?
No, it's been a couple times that he did drop off like some clothes and diapers. It was 2 times actually.
Okay. All right. No further questions for, I'm sorry, one other question. Do you live in Harris County?
I do.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Johnson, do you have any questions for Miss Norton Jackson?
Yeah, I got a question on when she say I wasn't with her after the baby. I feel like that's not the truth.
Okay. I'm not asking you to make a statement.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you have an opportunity to ask her a question, and you can ask about that if you want. She says
Okay.
that you all weren't
So
together.
when you was working and I was watching the baby after Nate started watching the baby, I wasn't at your house. We wasn't together. When I watched
No,
the
we were
baby
not
for like a
together.
whole month.
You had already cheated on me before. We had broke up multiple times, and we said, okay, fine, we're not together. We'll do this way. You watch the baby while I'm at work, and then you go to work when I get home from work. That's how that was. We were not together.
All right, but you want modified. You wanted me to have modified, but when you needed me, I can watch the baby by myself.
Because you were in
But
my home.
now,
I knew where my baby was. You were in my
okay.
home. You weren't on
But
Haven, and you weren't in that greenhouse.
all right, but it was still by myself though, right?
It was definitely by yourself
Okay.
in a safe place.
All right. And I got multiple text messages you asking me to get the baby stuff. I get the baby stuff. When you ain't got the wick,
You
I
don't
get a
get it
baby
though.
milk. Impossible. Okay.
Okay, Miss Norton Jackson, you have to give them an opportunity to ask a question, and then you can answer it. It's good. Question, answer, not arguing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, I
Now,
got the baby milk when you ask. I got the baby several clothes. I got clothes over here. I got the baby toys when you ask. You needed help for rent for the baby counseling where to lay her head. I gave you help for the rent.
is that
Javante,
is that true or not true? I
not
guess
true.
that's what he's asking. Okay. Any other
I got
question?
text. I got text messages. If that makes a difference.
You have any other questions for her, sir?
No, sir. And about like
I'm
I
gonna let you.
about
I'm gonna let you say something in a minute. But right
okay.
now, the only thing you can do is ask her a question if you have a question for her.
Okay, so you say the baby feel unsafe. I just took the baby out of town 3 hours away for three
I did.
days. So
I
how
did
does the
not
baby
say the
feel
baby
unsafe
feels
for you?
unsafe.
I just had the baby out of town in Killeen for 3 days. So how would the baby be unsafe? And you
Don't
never
I
been
know,
to that
Chris?
you never
Wait a
been to
minute.
that
Wait. Wait.
house,
Wait.
so you
Wait.
don't
Wait.
know
Wait.
if it
Wait.
was
Wait. Wait.
unsafe.
Wait. 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 The question is, he just took the baby out of town for 3 days. How can you say that if I have the baby's unsafe?
Because I did not say that the baby is unsafe when he has her. I said the circumstances that he is in here in Houston, they are so up and down, wishy washy. I feel I'm not comfortable with that. So when he took the baby to Colleen, that was a totally different situation. I was okay with that because I knew where the baby was going. She was with her brother. She was with her brother's mom, which I have met her. I'm comfortable with her. She keeps a clean house. Her kids are good. It's different situations, it's different circumstances.
Okay, and you say my circumstances is wishy washy. I'm in the same house that I've been since I left you in January. And where your circumstances at?
I'm living at home with my mother, and you've been there
Okay.
multiple times. The house that you live in has a nasty dog. It's poop everywhere. It's pee everywhere. There's no food in the house. It's freaking electric cords everywhere. It's window units in there. The house itself is unsafe. The gate is fought. Like it's a lot going on, and you know that. I am
The baby.
nice to you. I'm nice with you. I let you get her. You always try to make it seem like I'm trying to keep her from you. No, I'm literally trying to co-parent with you. I can never come to agreements with anything with you. This is why we're having to do things this way. You want to control my life. I don't want that anymore. I just want you to take care of your child. That's it. And I want my child to be safe. You go a whole bunch of different places. You do a whole bunch of different things. I just want to know when you and my baby are around. Boom, I know she's good. Now I can't do that when you just up and got her, and then oh well, shoot, I ain't with such and such this week. I'm over here, or I'm moving around doing this. I can't have my baby and all that. It's different. Now when you good, I have no problem with her going with you, but I don't know that, Bunty, and you know it been a lot going on. So don't get on this phone with these people trying to make it seem like it ain't what it's
Okay,
been.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, I think you answered the question. Now, next question. You have another question, Mr. Uh, Johnson?
Go home. I am talking. Do
Miss,
you let them ask me a question?
sir, ma'am? Are you driving again?
No, sir.
Well, why do I have? Oh, somebody else is driving. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
somebody else is driving. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
I got a question for her. She say the baby's not with me when she calls me. I call her several times and the baby not with her, and the baby's not with her right now. So I don't understand how is that a big problem. You're not with the
Uh,
baby a lot of times. So
all
how is
right.
that
Okay,
a
so
big
being
problem? Why
being the
why can't you can
custodial.
hold to
Wait.
the same
Wait a
standard we
minute. Wait
got?
a minute. Wait a minute. One question at a time. Okay. So
All right, I want
why
to
is
know when
why
I
is
got
that?
somebody else watching the baby. How is that a big problem when you're not with the baby a whole lot of time? So how is my me not being with the baby for the moment of time is a problem, and you cannot be with the baby a lot of times. So I
Okay,
want to know how is that a
I'm
problem with
her.
me and not you.
Okay, can I answer your question? I'm her custodial parent, correct? I've literally from the day that she's been born, I've been here with her. I make all the decisions about her life. I'm not leaving her with just anybody. She is at home with my mother. My mother is who watches her. Now you, on the other hand, when you leave my baby with somebody, even if you're leaving her with your mom, you're leaving her with your mom, who's gonna probably leave her. Your mom literally let her on the porch, let her go and play with a saw, and she's sitting right there smoking a cigarette. Your girlfriend she feels like, hey, that's my child. Let me do her hair. Let me clip her nails. Oh, I clipped her nails too short. She's bleeding. Like, nobody even told me that. I had to see that on my own. So it's a difference, Javonte. When you, her father, who already barely has a bond with her, barely sees her, when you have her, it should be your eyes glued to her 24/7. When I have her and I have a break from her, I'm leaving her with somebody, is literally because I have to. That is the only reason why. I am literally on my
All
way
right,
back home to
ma'am,
my baby
ma'am,
right
ma'am,
now.
ma'am. You've answered the question. You've gone way beyond the question. All right. Just
I
answer
just
the
can't believe you
question.
asking me
Just
questions.
listen to the question and just answer the question. You don't need to go on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you have any more questions for her?
No, sir. I'm okay.
All right, Miss Turner, you have other witnesses?
I do, Your Honor, but if I could just recall Miss Jackson really quick, just to follow up a few questions with
Oh,
her.
all right.
Miss Jackson, so what is Mr. Johnson's living situation?
So Mr. Johnson's living situation, his real address is The Haven, which that's a condemned, rundown home. That's his family's home. Now, where he's living right now is because he has a girlfriend. So he's living with his girlfriend. He
You
even
live with
tells
your
me,
mother. You live with your mother.
Wait a minute, sir. You can't interrupt, okay?
What you mean?
I'll let
so
you
yeah,
answer.
he's living with his girlfriend right now. And just the situation with him and his girlfriend is just so hot and cold, on and off, up and down. Literally, I got into a wreck on September 3rd. The girl was so sweet. Oh yeah, it's no problem for you to have your car here. Then a week later, hurry up, tell that girl come get her car. It's like, I don't know what's going on in a household at any given time. So for me, it's like he was just telling me last week, I'm homeless, I don't have nowhere to go, I'm finna have to live in my car because I can't be with this girl no more. But now this week is, oh no, that's my home. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of uncertainty, and you just want to make me put my child in that. I can't keep doing that.
Okay, so just to
Can
be
I answer?
clear, the issue with the visitation is the fact that he doesn't have a stable living environment.
Correct.
Okay. And so you're asking for the supervised visitation just for a period of time to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
Mr.
definitely.
Johnson an opportunity to get back on his feet. Is that
Correct.
correct? Okay.
Can
Now,
I answer? Can I ask?
Wait a
Can I?
minute, sir. Wait a minute, sir. Wait
All
a
right.
minute. You're going to have an opportunity, all right? Wait a second. Go ahead, Turner.
Ms. Jackson, I also heard you say something regarding,
So done.
I just forgot my train of thought. But so in regards to the retroactive child support, I know Mr. Johnson just asked you a question regarding, or he made a statement about when he left of this year. So were you guys living together in January or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what does he mean by that?
That must be whenever I was working and he was watching the baby while I was at work. We were not
Okay,
living together.
okay, so he was just coming over to watch the child.
Correct.
So you're okay with him having the child by himself?
Yeah.
It's just the living environment.
Yes, that's it. That is his child. I'm not saying that he would harm her or anything. If anything, he may be a little, I mean, his parenting style may be a little, unorthodox. He a little rough. He a little, I'm not saying he will harm him. He loves his kid. But once he don't understand just in how I'm raising my child is not about to be how we was brought up. Like, I'm sorry, Bunty.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you asking this court to name you as the sole managing conservator?
I would really like that, yes, because he
And
does crazy stuff just for no reason. I don't need him. Nah,
so you don't feel like you two could co-parent together and have the same rights and duties?
no, ma'am, not at all.
And why is that?
Just because, I mean, simple stuff. I'm very affectionate with my baby. I give her kisses. She kisses on us. He swears that's just like the wrongest thing ever. When he has my baby, he trying to like basically unteach her stuff that I've taught her. So like I'm trying to teach her to be gentle and loving and caring. And when he gets her, don't be doing that. Ain't no telling where your mama be having you put in your lips. Ain't no telling where your mama lips be. Like that's how he is.
Okay. No further questions for this witness.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you have an opportunity to ask her questions again. Do you have any questions for her?
I got a question. Like, I don't understand why you say my living situation is hectic. I've been here since January, since you kicked me out that day, and you just
Why
moved
are you
house.
saying that I kicked you out? You left.
Wait a
You
minute,
accused
ma'am.
me,
Wait a
remember?
minute, ma'am. Wait a minute. You cannot interrupt. You have to wait for the question, okay?
Yes,
I
Go
was
sir.
trying
ahead.
to figure out how my living situation is up and down, and you the one just recently moved. I've been here since January, so that makes it 8 months. 8 months straight.
Okay,
That's
okay,
almost a
okay.
year.
That's the question. Why do you say his is up and down and you're the one that's moved?
Yes, sir. I have moved out of my own apartment. Javante, you have been there, quote unquote, 8 months on and off. You have got kicked out of that house how many times? Did you not just tell me last week that you were going to be living out of your car? Did you not tell me that?
Can I talk? Yes, I said that because when you came and watched the baby with me for a supervised visit, my girlfriend found your bra under my bed. So you made a problem in my home.
Wait a
I
minute.
never told you I got kicked out this house. You left a bra here.
Yes, you did.
Wait
I
a
didn't
wait a
do
Yes,
minute.
after
anything
the
Wait, wait,
there.
wait,
phone.
wait, 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 wait. This is not Judge Judy. Again, this is not an argument. This is a question and answer. That's all. You have to wait.
Okay, yes, Courtney, I did tell you I was gonna get kicked out, but that was after the fact. Last week after you left a bra here, so my
Okay.
girlfriend was confused about that.
All right. Do you have another question for her?
Yes, I got another question for her. I feel like why she keeps saying we wasn't living together. It ain't like I watched the baby and went home. I watched the baby, stayed there when you came home, and spent the night. Several nights. I was there for months straight.
You're
Several
saying
nights. It
that
All
you
right,
wasn't
all
like
live.
I
right, all
Okay.
watched the
right, all
baby
right,
from
all right,
God's
all right,
hand.
all right, all right. There's a question. Why are you saying that you weren't together when he would watch the baby and he would stay overnight?
You were not a tenant at my home, Javante. You were watching your child at my home. Was your name on my lease? No. Were you paying bills? No. You did not live with me. Stop
Did
saying
he
that.
stay overnight?
If you there for
Some
3
Wait,
he
days, you
wait,
only
wait,
technically become a tenant.
wait a minute, wait a minute. Did he stay overnight was the question.
he inconsistently stayed a night. Yes.
All right. Another question, sir?
No, sir.
All right, Miss Turner, you have another witness.
Yes, I would like to call Mr. Johnson now.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnson, when's the last time you visited with the child?
Her birthday was on the 15th. I brought her because I didn't get paid until like 2 days after that. I brought her gifts 3 days after that. So probably on the 18th.
He didn't visit
The
with
last
her.
time I seen her.
All right, Miss Jackson, you got to remain quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hard. It's
All right,
hard.
all right. So, Mr. Johnson, how often do you attempt to visit with the child other than her birthday that you just saw her?
Um, I call a child very often, but it been a moment of time when me and Courtney wasn't seeing eye to eye, so I didn't call ask for the child for a couple of months. 'Cause I'm thinking I'll just get it fixed in court, cause she's like hot and cold. Like it's either like if we in a good place, then I can see the baby. But if we not in a good place, like right now, when I call a baby, the baby always somewhere else. So that's why I really think the child support needs to be like scheduled because she don't have like the right to keep me away from my baby because it's up to her. I wouldn't see the baby for she can keep on with this narrative that I don't watch the baby. But when it's up, like when it's good for me, like we good, oh yeah, you can have the baby. Just how I didn't see the baby for 5 months, but I took the baby out of town. It's just because it's all on her personality, like how she's feeling. It don't got nothing to do with the baby. So if she's feeling good, I can take the baby to Jamaica. But if I can't, if she's not in a good mood, like we're not in a good place, like she keeps me away from the baby.
Okay, so you
So
said,
I talk.
Okay, sir, you answered the question.
Oh,
Next
okay.
question, Ms. Turner.
all right. So are you asking to be named as joint managing conservators when it comes to this child? Miss,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I feel like if I'm gonna pay child support, and I want to have like say so with the baby got it. I don't just want to pay child support and go by the wayside. Like I want to still be in a baby life. I don't got no problem with the baby.
All right, all right, all right.
okay. So for 5 months, you didn't call to pick up the child, or is it also say that during those 5 months, you did not call to inquire as to the child's general welfare and well-being?
I wouldn't say 5 months, probably like 3 to 4 months, probably. I don't know. It's been some wishing washing, but I care about the child. It's just that every time it's a fight, when I call your phone, I honestly, I just stopped and waited for the court date.
Okay, so just to be clear though, you understand that your own words were for 5 months, you did not see the child. Those
Okay.
weren't words, those were your words.
All right, but if it's 5 months, I don't know. Like it was a great period of time, but like 5 months, I wouldn't say that because it's the
Okay, so
ninth month.
you don't remember now. Okay, all right.
No, I'm saying it's between
You,
three to like 2 months. It's not like 5 whole months I didn't see the baby, but I did go a period of time without calling her.
okay, I was just going off of what you said because you said 5 months.
Okay, I probably made a
What
mistake.
month and year did you and Miss Jackson stop living together? Do you remember?
We was off and on the first month when the baby came. Then like after the first month, she needed like a babysitter. Then I was there ever since January to the day she kicked me out.
Okay, so not babysitting. What month and year did you stop living together? So for the time period that you were living together, not just coming over to watch the child, what month and year did you stop living together?
The January 2020.
And have you provided financial support for the child since that time period?
Yes, ma'am. She takes my phone and tell me what the baby needs. I buy whatever she takes my phone with.
Okay. So what amount does that amount to? Do you have any proof of what you provided?
Well, I don't have like proof per se. Like, I got the text message proof. Like, she'll just text me and I get it. But I don't have no receipts or anything. No, ma'am. Like, the baby need clothes. The baby ran out of milk. She had me buying this expensive milk. Like anything. Like, I do it.
Okay. When's the last time you did that?
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know the last time I bought the baby. So I know I bought her stuff for her birthday.
All right. So, in regards to the address being kept confidential, Miss Jackson's address being kept confidential, have you ever popped up to her house unannounced?
She stated I did. I don't recall, and if I did, it wasn't to start no problem. So I
Have
don't.
you ever have you ever been verbally abusive towards Miss Jackson?
Verbal abusive, like how like I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna slap you or something like that.
Anything that could be considered verbal abuse?
No, man, I don't think so. We have like genuine arguments, like as like relationships, but no, I don't think I ever like, hey, I'm gonna kill you.
Have you ever threatened to take the child and keep the child?
Yes, ma'am, because I told her right now we like the baby still is we got equal rights. So if I take the baby, you can't just come get the baby. So yeah, I told her that if I get the baby, I'll keep the baby because it ain't set in court yet.
And what county do you currently live in?
I stay in Harris County.
And are you wanting Miss Jackson's address to be disclosed?
No, I want to know her address for the simple fact that like if something happens with the baby, I need to know where the baby at or like anything. I just don't need to know where my baby at.
And what type of visitation are you asking this court for today?
I don't want no restriction visitation because I don't feel like why I gotta be watched to watch the baby and I already watched the baby by myself. So I think it should just be I get the baby on this weekend or like I shouldn't have to get the baby for 8 hours when I have the baby for 5 days straight like before. Like that don't make no sense to me.
So are you in agreement with the modified possession and access schedule, or are you asking
No, no, I'm not agreement with the
standard?
modified. I don't need nothing modified because I know my baby very well and she knows
Okay.
me.
And do you feel like you owe retroactive child support?
I don't feel like I owe for the first 6 months or like the time I was with her, because she's saying I didn't do nothing, but I did a lot of things. Like, but I can't like I don't just have it in my brain, but I don't feel like the last 6 months I pay child support for that, but for a whole year, no, ma'am, I don't feel like I should owe child support for a whole year because I was very
Oh,
active in the baby life. Even if it was me watching the baby, me missing work just for you to go to work and you not paying child support because I'm watching the baby. Like I didn't help the baby out a lot, so I don't
Me
think
too.
so
That's
for
a
the
good
whole
word.
year.
so let me ask you this. You didn't bring any proof today of what you did pay, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Well, it's because I honestly don't know what I did through the receipts because I ain't thinking like, hey, I'm about to go to war with my baby mama. I need to keep these receipts. So I just buy 'em
Why
and just
not? You've
show
been
'em.
telling me that since I was pregnant.
No, ma'am, you can't interrupt at this point. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
But you
No.
knew retroactive child support would be an issue today. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I was thinking our friendship and like just a genuinely like she'll be like, nah, he don't need to do that. He can just pay child support for now. But I don't think I should pay a year back to work for child support. No, ma'am.
So isn't it true that on your last time you were here in court, you discussed the retroactive child support issue?
Yes, ma'am.
And isn't it also true that you guys were not in agreement with that retroactive child support at that time as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall stating to one of the assistant attorney generals that you've only provided her with $400 since you have not been together? Do you recall that?
Not only like I like physical cash. Yes, I gave her $400 when she asked me because she was behind on her rent. But like buying the baby what the baby need and food and clothes and like toys, like I did that. I didn't never tell her I didn't do that.
Okay. And are you asking this court to name both you and Ms. Jackson joint managing conservators of the
Yes,
child?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I don't know why not.
No,
I
that's
got it.
okay. You answered that. All right.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your
No,
Honor.
he's talking to me.
No further questions for this witness.
All right, Miss Jackson, do you have any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No, sir.
Okay. Anything further, Miss Turner?
One other thing. I'm sorry. I have one more thing to ask Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, in regards to the retroactive time frame, we did speak, and you are aware that I did utilize your wage income from the time period that you were at Kroger to calculate, as well as the time period that you were at your current job. Is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am. I had 2 jobs in the last past year.
Okay. All right. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Jackson, where does the child stay when you go to work?
With my mother here at home.
It doesn't
Okay.
work.
And so why did Mr. Johnson have to babysit the child for some period of time while you were at
Oh,
work?
he literally kept her for maybe about 3 weeks because that didn't last long. And he only did that because in the beginning, we were attempting to co-parent. We were attempting to do everything together with the help of no one else. And with me and him, money-wise, we couldn't afford the babysitter that I had at first anymore. So it switched to him being the babysitter. That did not last. And then my mother became the babysitter.
Okay. Anything further, Miss Turner? Well,
Yes, I
let
just
me ask. Hold on just a minute. Anything further, Miss Jackson? Anything you want to say?
I really have a lot to say. It's just that like this whole year of my daughter being born, him being her father, he has been very out of the picture, very inconsistent. Even when he does come into the picture, it's definitely a bare minimum everything, bare minimum finances, bare minimum emotion, bare minimum everything. And I'm honestly very frustrated that he is I'm ready for this to be over.
All right, Mr. Johnson, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes, sir. When she said now her mama is the babysitter, her mama worked at the same job she was working at. So her mama just currently became the babysitter, like during COVID, because she can stay at home. So before COVID hit, I was the babysitter for so her saying for only 3 weeks. I feel like that was a lot. Her mama couldn't watch the baby because her mama would be at work with her.
Wait, you watched
No,
JoJo
no,
for
no, 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 ma'am. No, he's speaking. It's his turn. You already had your turn. All right, go ahead,
So
sir.
I just don't get like, cause like most of the stuff she's saying don't add up. Like the mama just started watching the baby, cause right now she's working from home. But before COVID hit, before January, like COVID hit in like the
All
middle
right,
of
you said that already. All right.
yeah. So I
Anything
don't know why
further?
she keep bringing that up.
Anything further?
No, no, sir.
All right, Miss Turner. Final argument.
Your Honor, the state is asking the court to order conservatorship make an order regarding the conservatorship, geographical restriction, visitation, and non-disclosure in retro, based off of the evidence and the testimony that was presented by both of the parties. In regards to the retroactive child support, I did have an opportunity to look at the wage information for Mr. Johnson for the 2 different jobs he was at. He was at Kroger for a period of 6 months. The total retroactive child support amount, I'm sorry, range or monthly range is 13 months. For 6 of those 13 months, his guideline amount would have been $193. And for the remaining 7 months, it would have been $425. And that also includes the fact that Mr. Johnson was financially obligated for another child on child support.
So what is your total calculation on retro?
The state is requesting a retroactive child support amount in the amount of $4,133. And the state would also ask that whatever the retro amount is, that the court order a payout on that amount as well.
Cool. In the car? Repeat. Oh no, he's saying no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the court orders that the mother and father be appointed joint managing conservators, the fathers to have a standard possession order, non-disclosures denied, geographical restrictions to Harris and contiguous counties. Court awards retroactive child support in the amount of $3,500 to be paid at the rate of $50 a month beginning October 1st, 2020. All other stipulations are approved. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
I
give me an
got a
order,
question.
please. You can ask the AG, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Yes.
All right, you guys just hold here for a second.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I need you to log back into the other Zoom, the one for negotiations. Log out of this one